So I want to talk a little bit about key switching. We all know what it is and use it, but what about in a situation where you have an instrument that doesn't have key switching, or if it does have key switching, you don't have the ability to remap those keys across your keyboard? So if we take a look at Sample Tank, for instance, this is going to help us to get a good visual for a multi-timbral instrument, meaning I can load up to, in this instrument, up to 16 different articulations or instruments and have them triggered by the MIDI channel that's listed here. Another instrument that's similar to that is Play by East West. And I have two different articulations loaded here. I have a short and long articulation. And you can see the way it is now, I have no way to switch between these articulations other than going to the track view and changing the MIDI channel on the track. So this would play the long articulation. And if I switch to MIDI channel 2, that'll play the short. So you can see here at the instrument view, I have this instrument assigned to channel 1, this one assigned to channel 2. This is somewhat instrument specific. You can see that here as well. That's channel 2, channel 1. So that's not how I want to do this. So I'll switch the MIDI channel back to all and come down to articulation set and create a new set. I'll add a name for each articulation, and this is important. I'll put MIDI channel 1 and MIDI channel 2 here. That's where this is going to transmit. And where I'd normally go to the output channel and set that up to trigger the key switches that are already in place, I'm going to go over to the Switches tab, and I'm going to create a switch for each of the articulations that I've just created and fill in these parameters here. So I have type, which is what kind of MIDI message am I going to use to trigger. Note on, in this case, I'm going to do an actual key switch versus a controller message or velocity or pressure or something like that. And the selector is the actual key on the keyboard. I'm going to do C1, I think. And then value start and value end is the velocity range where this is going to take place. So anytime C1 is on in the range of 0 and 127, it's going to activate this articulation. And how long will this articulation be triggered? In this case, I want it to be permanent until the next key switch is activated. I could do something like a momentary if I was doing portamento or a grace note, or a toggle is another option, and you've got some variations within that. Permanent is what I want for this example. I'll do the second key switch at C-sharp 0, ranging from 0 to 127, and I want it to be permanent. And that's it. So now when I come to play, I'm getting my long articulation on C1, and if I hit C-sharp 1, I get my short articulation. Well, I want to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.